What's going on, Melon Farmers? D-Mac back with another special little video for you guys. We asked the question, what would the league-wide scoring look like if we made every single goaltender in the NHL and the AHL 50 overall, and the scoring did go up by a little bit, but this time we're going to flip that on its head. We're going to do the exact opposite, and we're going to ask the question, what would league-wide scoring look like in the National Hockey League if every starting goaltender was 99 overall with 99 poise? So I'm thinking league-wide scoring could go down quite substantially, or much like the 50 overall one, like this with the 50 overall goaltenders, the scoring in the league did go up. We had 16 people ended up with 100 plus points, and 8 of them at 110 plus points. The two leading guys were 136 or something like that. So in this one, I'm wondering, does anyone reach 100 points this season? Anyway, if you haven't already, scroll down, hit that like button. In this one, we are going to be using the New Jersey Devils. We have changed every single starting goaltender in the National Hockey League and made them 99 overall, and I will go through them all very quickly to prove it to you. We are now entering just before the preseason here for the New Jersey Devils, who, again, much like last time, in the last one we used a different team. Because people were like, hey, man, you got to show some love to this team. So I was like, okay, so I did Philadelphia Flyers. That's what it was. So in this one, I decided to go with the New Jersey Devils. It doesn't really matter because we're looking at the entire league anyway. So view lines. We are going to go to, no lines, goalies, where Gibson is 99, Vamelka's 99, Allmark's 99, Craig Anderson is 99, Frederick Anderson's 99. You see, you get the idea. Every single person is 99 overall. Every goaltender for every team. I'm using the most updated rosters that they had, and no, I am not going through making every little trade and every little move. Get over it. It's just a little experiment. Oh my goodness. I needed to take a break from doing all these recordings of the franchise modes. They take so darn long to record, so I figured why not do a fun little video like this one, just a little experiment to see what is league-wide scoring going to look like. Now, by the time we got to January 1st in the other video, I believe there was 20-something people on pace for 100 plus points. It was 21 people were on pace for 100 plus points, and that was about 35, 36 games into the season. So we're going to see what that all looks like come January 1st in this one. All right, so we got ourselves to January 1st, 2022, and the New Jersey Devils are 18-14-3. Now, there was a lot of 1-0 games. I will give them that. Jesper Bratt is leading this team with 29 points. We did have a lot of 1-0 games, 2-1 games. There was a lot of 3-2 shootout wins, stuff like that. So I am really curious to see league-wide. I mean, how high is scoring? How low is scoring? Obviously, the New Jersey Devils don't have anyone at a point per game. Jesper Bratt is the closest one with 29 points in 35 games. Let's go to the entire league and see how many players are on pace for 100 points. And honestly, at this point, I would say maybe Joe Pavelski? Maybe not. I really honestly don't think anyone is on pace for 100 points. Joe Pavelski has 7 games to get to the halfway point of the season, and he's at 41 points this year. So he could get there, but he has to keep basically the exact pace he has right now. Needs to get 9 points in his next 7 games. Now, let's take a look and see how the goaltenders are all looking. Well, Robin Lehner with a 24-6-3 record has 8 shutouts, a .939, and a 1.71 goals against average. Like Kemper, 916, 2.5. Vitek Vanacek, 920, 2.44. Campbell, 929. Mackenzie Blackwood, my guy, has a 907. So let's do it. Oh, wow. Here we go. Markstrom, 912. We got Carey Price with a 931. Tristan Jarry, 914. John Gibson with a 922. Connor Hellebuck with a 920. Sergei Bobrovsky with a 907. Vazzy only has a 908. Wow. So I'm thinking the average save percentage in the NHL is probably around a 915 here. And in real life, last season, the average The average save percentage in the NHL, I believe, was a 901. And here so far, I would say at least a 915. Ooh, Elvis, one of the only ones. This is the first guy under 900. And James Reimer, but only 29 games played. Who else do we got? Oof, Linus Allmark with an 884 in 26 games. Wow, look at Ville Huzo. He's only played 11 games, but in those 11 games, he has 2 shutouts, a 940. Antti Ranta. See, now, the only guys that are getting under 900 are the backup goaltenders. All the guys, yeah, because we're past the goalies that are 99 overall at this point. And I'm going to throw it out there and say that the game is trying to do a little course correction because the goalies are too good. Nobody's scoring. So whenever the backups go into the net, then the scoring really climbs, really, really goes up. Wow, that's kind of wild. I did want to go into team stats really quick and see, well, let's go to entire league and let's see who leads the league in goals for per game. The Dallas Stars with a 3.59 goals for per game. Now, who leads the league in goals against? Boston. Yeah, we saw Linus Allmark. Carolina's right up there too, just over 3.2 for Carolina, 3.2 for San Jose, 3.19 for Ottawa. Who has the best? The Vegas Golden Knights with a 1.78 goals against per game. That's what I'm talking about, man. So this little experiment might be slightly more successful than the last one was. Even though I would say the last one was successful. We made all the goaltenders 50 overall, and a lot more scoring occurred. The average goals for per game in this one looks like it's about 3, and in the last one it was like 3.8, and the goals against in this one looks like it's like 2.9, 2.8 something, and in the other one it was closer to 4, you know what I mean? It's like, so I think that it was a successful experiment. Something tells me this one might be more successful. So let's get to the end of the regular season and let's see what happens. All right, so to end the season off, the New Jersey Devils actually went 44, 30, and 8, getting themselves 96 points, which was good enough to make the playoffs, and we ended up 3rd place in our division. Our number 1 scorer still is Jesper Bratt with 59 points on the season, and that's a team that is in the playoffs as a 3rd seed team in our division. So what I want to know is, what does the rest of the league look like? So Jesper Bratt had 59. Husey had 59. The next person was Dawson Mercer. So we did have 450 plus point producers. And then it's like, as soon as you get even slightly down the lineup, it really drops off. And not a lot of plus players, I have found. Here we go. So let's go up to entire league and see, did anyone hit 100 points this season? Not a single player hit 100 points this year. Connor McDavid led the league with 95 points. And right behind him was Patrice Bergeron, Alex DeBrincat, Brad Marchand, Leon Draisaitl. And those are the only guys that had 90 plus points. 5 guys had 90 plus points. 0 made it to 100. And now, after we get out of the top 10, number 11 is Philip Forsberg, who is just a point per game player. In the other one, we counted, 1,300 point producers. Here we only got 11 players at a point per game or better. And in the other one, I don't know how many guys were above a point per game. We probably could have been in the 20s. Damn, in the 30s. So I do want to see, out of goaltenders, what did everyone look like? Jack Campbell played 68 games and had a 930. Mike Smith, 921. Vitek Vanacek, 927. We got a 916 for Kemper. Leonard fell off a little bit, but still double-digit shutouts, 923. Tristan Jarry, 916. Mackenzie Blackwood, 917. Marc-Andre Fleury, 920. Johnny Gibson, 916. So the average save percentage for starters, I would say, honestly, went up into the 920s. Of all the starters, and now I'm not really seeing anyone below a 900. We still got, 63 games played. Shesty only played 54. Frederik Andersen played 66. Carter Hart played 62. Mersey played 64. Forsberg, 69. Vamelka, 65. Jim Reimer with 54. And we still have not had a single goalie below a 900. So this is like all the starters. So I think we got to be running out of them. Yeah, there we go. Keith Kincaid played 32. This is where you start running into all the backups. And look at this. Even they had like 920s. But Capo Kakinen is the first guy. And we are well over halfway down the list of goalies in the entire league. And we finally hit a goalie under 900. And then it goes right back up to 908. So a lot of these backups actually looked really good as well. Like, look at this. Cal Peterson with a 920. Sorokin with a 915. We only got a couple of guys below 900. Wow. So the average league-wide save percentage amongst those starters, I would say before was about a 915. Now it's got to be in the 920s. That's craziness, man. Not a single guy hit 100 points. Well, you know what? We made the playoffs, so we better just go with it. And then after, I want to see who won the Vezina Trophy. I bet you it will be Soup. I think it's going to be Campbell. So let's go to like June 15th. We'll simulate on ahead and let's get through the playoffs. See how we do. There's 2 wins. Oof, we went out in the first round. That's no fun. And it looks like the Toronto Maple Leafs went up against the New York Rangers and swept them. And Toronto wins the cup. Jesus. The San Diego Gulls take the Calder. Let's skip ahead a couple more days where we can see where we will be able to see the awards. So Jack Hughes led with just 4 points in 6 games played. I do want to go into player stats in the playoffs and see how all the goaltenders did. Blackwood had a 905 in 6 games. Bernier covered for him 1 time just for 35 minutes and had a 933 and a 1.71 save percentage. But let's go through the entire league. Every team that made the Stanley Cup playoffs, and Jack Campbell with a 929 and a 2.09. Looking real good. Look at Gibson, 21 games played, 936. Wow. Everyone looking real good here except for Darcy Kemper. Let's see. Marc-Andre Fleury didn't have a great playoff. Bob played 6 games, went 2-4 to be out in the first round, had under 2 goals against per game, 939 save percentage. Markstrom looking like Markstrom in the playoffs with an 891 and a 3.29. Jeez, it's like Markstrom. That's actually better than Markstrom's numbers against the Oilers. Stolars played the 1 game, had a real bad time. So let's go to all skaters, where Mitch Marner was actually well above a point per game, and Austin Matthews right up there with him. Crosby did pretty damn well. Jake Gensel did pretty well, and that's it. That's almost it. Geno Malkin above a point per game, but that's it for guys above a point per game, really. Until we start getting way down here like Stone, but he only played 12 games. He only made it to the second round. You know what I mean? Wow. I would call this a very successful... very, very successful experiment. Wow, 99 overall goalies league-wide. I figured you still gotta have some guys at 100 points, right? Your McDavids, your Matthews, your Tyler Seguin, obviously, because it's NHL 22. It's NHL 14 to 22. Tyler Seguin's going to lead the league in every category every year. Same with Bergeron and Sebastian Aho. So the Toronto Maple Leafs are your Stanley Cup champions. They are also your President's Trophy champions. The Seattle Kraken won the Clarence S. Campbell. That's right, I saw Drieger up there in the list of goaltenders in the playoffs. Obviously, Prince of Wales goes to the Maple Leafs. Individual awards. Connor McDavid with the Art Ross. Bergie with the Hart. Norris goes to Letang. McDavid with the Bang. Bunting with the Calder. Oh, Leafs fans, you gotta love that. The Smythe goes to Marner. The Vezina, you know it's Soup. And the Jennings goes to Soup as well. Lindgren with the Masterton. Durand with the Adams. Bergie with the Selke. Bergie with the Lindsay. Ovi with the Richard. All right. Riddle me shocked. So, that's pretty cool. that was a lot of fun. This experiment was actually a lot of fun, and I'm hoping that we can do just a pant load of them for NHL 23. But for the next little while, I really, really do got to focus on the franchise mode. Really got to focus on the Be a Pro, because the franchise mode, we got to get her done. We are running out of time. We got like, what, 20 days or something? It's like, do we even have 20 days until the game comes out? I think it's somewhere around there. Like, we have like 20 days. And the series, they all have to be over. It's less than 3 weeks. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this as much as I enjoyed making it. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. There's new videos coming all the freaking time. And until next time, you beautiful melon farmers, have a good one.